President Obama just interviewed author Marilynne Robinson for the New York Review of Books. I know, I'm pretty excited. You guys know? All right, I wonder, in our democracy and our civic discourse, are folks who take religion the most seriously sometimes also those who are suspicious of those not like them?
In our democracy and our civic discourse, it seems as if folks who take religion the most seriously sometimes are also those who are suspicious of those not like them.
That's interesting. Wow. Now, what religion could he be talking about?
You've struggled with the fact that here in the United States, sometimes Christian interpretation seems to posit an us versus them. And those are sometimes the loudest voices.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, those crazy Christians, they're always beheading and throwing gays off buildings. But hey, that's our Obama doing the Obama, never linking Islam to terror. And it's the Christians who are the real jerks, just like us at Fox.
People always, I think, were surprised about me connecting with folks in small-town Iowa. And the reason I did was, first of all, I had the benefit that at the time nobody expected me to win, and so I wasn't viewed through this prism of Fox News and conservative media and making me scary. At the time, I didn't seem scary other than just having a funny name. I seemed young.
Oh, man.
News alert.
So conservative media made him scary. I guess by conservative media, he meant Hillary, who was the first to recast him as a Kenyan-born interloper. He also forgets who started the divisiveness. Remember the jab about Americans clinging to guns and religion? That was in 2008. But what do you expect? An afflicted academic will always frown upon anything that smacks of America. It's the preferred ridicule. It's far easier and cooler than calling out the real threats around the world. It's why grad students hate cops, but not criminals, mock their parents, not radical professors, and laugh at Christians, but give a pass to the death cults. And so, cloaked in compassion, he says that we are polarizing, unaware that it's his smug perspective that polarizes most, using Fox News and Christians as a proxy for a nation that makes him wince. He's a drone honed in the faculty lounge. His beliefs are not bugs in the system. They are the system. But maybe I'm just polarizing. I would like to make an apology to everybody in America who was forced to listen to that. Dana, you sounds like he's auditioning for NPR.
He's going to be great in the
Yes.
presidency. I mean, he did, he won an Emmy.
Yeah.
When he read his book. He's got a very smooth voice.
It was nice. It was like bathing in
I
milk.
mean, Kimberly fell off her chair, but we revived her.
Yeah, I was like,
There's good news for NPR, though. They don't need
shopping.
ratings to stay alive. They have government funding, so they can stay alive without ratings. Because if they kept that any longer, everyone would have turned that off, I would think, at least half of the audience. Can I just point something out again? Fox News again. Really, it's like the sixth time he's said something negative about Fox News. In baseball, we called it rabbit ears. When you're yelling at the other team and they can't play. They can't even perform on the field because they're so worried about what you're yelling at them. Mm-hmm. You know you've gotten to them. They got rabbit ears. President Obama has Fox News rabbit ears.
Interesting.
Wow. Not Fox ears.
No, but that was definitely a new thing. That was like Fox News snooze alert, because what was happening there, it was like...
Well, he was interviewing one of his favorite authors who had written a book of fiction about a minister, so he was asking her religious questions, but the questions seemed only about the faults of Christianity in America.
To be fair, he was actually quoting her, I think, in those first two things. That wasn't what he was saying. She had said it. But
he was agreeing, let's face it.
Well, we don't know about that. He was asking the question.
I prefer to make an assumption that he was.
That's a great assumption to make. I'm not sure about that. I would tell you, but his dulcet tones kind of lured me into a false sense of, I feel like I'm back in like an embryonic state here.
I agree with you that we don't know. However, we can make the assumption based on the fact that he's never said things like that about Islam. So that when I was listening to it, I go like, in the era of ISIS, when he goes in this direction, it makes him look like he's a bit ignorant.
Well, was he going in this direction, or was he asking her about her views on this because he was paraphrasing what she was saying?
Well, basically what he was doing was agreeing with her because he's a fan.
Can we stop?
No. We're going to do the rest of the show.
Can I tell you
We're doing
something?
the rest of the show about this.
But here's the problem. He has to make it about other people's shortcomings because he can't turn the mirror on himself to see what his are. Because the reason why he doesn't connect with the American people is because his failed policies, domestic and foreign and likewise, and his incessant tendency to lecture the American people that he knows better than they do about everything and that their religions are bad. It's very frustrating. It's not a welcoming approach.
I thought he had kind of a good answer, though, on the question when he was talking about how people were surprised that he connected with folks in Iowa.
Right.
One of the things he said is, I had time. Right? He spent a lot of time in Iowa, and it's one of the things it takes to win there is you've got to show up, you've got to shake the hands, eat the donuts, at the coffee, and make sure they get to know people. And one-on-one, I think that they actually were won over by him on the Democratic side. And I thought
until we got a hold
was
of
the
him,
point.
until we got there and made him scary. This is something I've said here a million times. He's like the quarterback who seduced every cheerleader but one. And that's Fox News. We were always the last holdout, and it's like the quarterback who's like going, I have to have that one. I've got to have that one. I'm trying to inject energy into this segment.
Well, then he
That's
needs
why
to
I was never a
change his
cheerleader.
approach.
He needs to change it.
Because I really think that it's so interesting to me how he started off, he just decided to be combative early on, and he could have co-opted a lot of Republicans, I think, early on, especially like even on Obamacare. You couldn't get a single Republican on Obamacare, not even from the state of Maine.
What I don't get is why you're the President of the United States. Dana, you tell me. Used to be the press secretary for the President of the United States. Why go after Fox News?
Never, ever did we mention MSNBC.
It's crazy.
Ever.
I don't get it. I don't get the strategy. What do you get out of it other than motivating your base and nobody
But it
else
does,
cares?
I mean, I think that he feels like it works for him and it makes him feel good.
And also, it's a proxy
That's what it is.
for certain things he doesn't like about America. Okay?
Yes, true.
Up next, singer Pharrell Williams, good friend of mine, actually, endorses someone in 2016, or for 2016. Colbert rips the media Joe Biden, the Joe Biden fever. Boy, I'm reading this wonderfully. And Playboy Magazine is getting a makeover in the Fastest 7 when we return.